Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here for episode number 6 of our F1 My Driver career. And today we have two tracks that I am looking forward to racing. First, we're going to go to the Red Bull Ring, and then we have Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Of course, if you guys missed the last video, we did Spain and Canada. Some brilliant races there. Now, we're into the part of the schedule that I got to get some wins if I want to try to catch up to Max and win the championship. Of course, I said from Spain to Italy, and then from Qatar to Abu Dhabi are tracks that I can win at, and I'm confident at my racing at those tracks. Of course, from Bahrain to Monaco, only Bahrain and Miami are tracks that I felt good about the results there. So we're obviously here going for those wins. We're going to Austria to the Red Bull Ring, which is my best track in the game. So we better win. Either way, we are working on trying to catch up to Max, of course, far behind after that struggle at the beginning of the season. Some of our upgraded parts came in at the right at the end of the last video when I was basically done. Let's rush that and see what happens. I'm not going to rush that one because that will be featured in today's video, that upgrade. Same with that one. So some of our upgrades did come in that we had worked on. So who do you consider your closest rival? I mean, Max Verstappen, obviously.
Not an easy decision, but you handled it well. Thanks.
I know I handled it great. It was the best. Fitness Center Spec 3. Nose cone structure. That'll be interesting to see. Oh, yes, we did. We rushed it and we got it.
Completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the
Brilliant.
next race weekend.
Alright, so anything else that I can do now that I did that? The plank I can upgrade. Can rush that, try to get it before the British Grand Prix. Let's rush this too, try to get that before the British Grand Prix. Tire blankets, again, we'll rush it, try to get that before the British Grand Prix. That will put us in a good spot. Customization. No. Corporate. Driver perks. Driver acclaim. So that will give us a little bit more resource points. Because that's what we want. Because we've used a lot now to try to keep our car's pace going. So again, we're going to go here. We'll go through the 3 practice sessions. Simulate that up. Oh, I forgot we got a sprint. Oh. I was going to rain for the race? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, it's going to be a mixed condition race. Interesting. That's going to be fun. Alright, so Austria, I forgot sprints exist, to be honest. This is our second sprint. We did do the sprint in Azerbaijan earlier in the season. So this is a good time for us to try to earn some more points back. We can get 8 more points onto our total. Of course, I would not be surprised if Max was right there. Right, let's qualify. No better place to give me an opportunity to score more points than the Red Bull Ring. Of course, you guys know I like this track. If you've been a viewer on the channel at all, pretty much since 2019, you will know this is my favorite track to race. Whether it be in this or it's one of my favorite tracks to race also in Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 7, we were doing a lot of live streams, a lot of playing that for a while. definitely one of the tracks that I enjoy the most. Of course, it does look a little bit different with this uphill bit now where they paved for motorcycle racing. Albon, you're gonna have to move, buddy. I'm sorry. That was a bit of an ambitious pass on him, but I kind of had to try and get by him. I don't want to be stuck behind him. Stop. Alright. Fuck. Little mistake into the gravel there. Still got the second fastest lap time around the track.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
A little bit of a slide there. That could have been good if I didn't go so deep. Again, to try to put a solid lap time on the board. Going through that section smooth definitely gained us back a decent amount of time. Nicely done through there. What a lap. What a lap that was. All right. So theoretical best is 106.247. We got a 106.262. It's going to be hard to beat that. All right. Yeah, I didn't even really feel a need to go back out. That second lap was
And with qualifying complete,
quite
let's
good.
review
Lewis
our
beat
top
it at
three
the end,
today.
apparently.
Hamilton, a Red Bull, and
Okay. Where the hell that came from, I have no idea. Racing the Red Bull ring, driving a Red Bull car, drinking a Red Bull. What a day. All right. Again, to try to get us a few points here. We got 2 practice sessions to earn these points compared to the normal 3. We're going to do it. So that's some more points for us. We go to the sprint now. Of course, the sprint format in the game is... I don't even know what it is. Is this 2022 sprint format? I think so. Because 22 was... Actually, it was 21 and 22. Was practice, qualify for the race, or qualifying, which would then be qualifying for the sprint. The sprint determined the start for the race. And then 2023, it was 1 practice, qualifying for the race on Friday, And then Saturday was qualifying for the sprint, and then the race. But they changed it for 2024. I think it's practice, qualifying on Friday for the sprint on Saturday morning, followed by the sprint, and then qualifying after the sprint for the race the next day. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's go into the sprint. Not too thrilled about the sprint, to be honest. It's good to get points, but in the game, it's kind of just extra 6 laps that I got to do with this track. It's kind of ridiculous. Especially in the game, like having so many sprints. It'd be nice to have just like 2. Give me 2 sprints. Or, give me like 21 where it had 3 sprints. That's all I need. Give me 3 sprints.
Well, I imagine they'll.
Alright, so Hamilton will start on pole. Because again, he somehow got pole. Verstappen is starting behind everybody. He must have had a penalty or something. Which, this is good for us then. If we can go out here and win this sprint. Well, Verstappen. Can I see the running order? Is that possible? Race director? It is. So Verstappen is 8th. If he can stay 7th or 8th and we can win it, we could definitely earn some more points than, we may normally be able to get over Verstappen. And again, if he can kind of stay in that spot, hopefully finish the race around that similar area coming up, that'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a real chance to try and gain a few points over in here. It'd be nice to have I think the gap's 110 to him right now in the standings. It'd be nice after this episode to have the gap down to like 90, 95, right? So can we do that? Well, we'll know to find out. Watch to the end of the episode. Again, the sprint does determine the starting order for the Grand Prix.
That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
And the winner of the sprint is considered the pole winner or something. At least the first year it was. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Hamilton was fastest lap.
Hamilton has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Thing is, fastest lap does not matter in the sprint. You do not get a fastest lap point for it. I like having points for fastest lap, though. I think that's a cool thing. I think it puts emphasis on it. Going for it. I definitely wish that like NASCAR had something fastest lap points as well. It'd be cool, like you go for the fastest lap and you get like 1 playoff or something. Really put some emphasis on it. Alright, that was a good lap from us.
Keep this up. Well done. Gap to your teammate behind is 5.
I believe Verstappen is up to 6th. Because it looks like there's some Mercedes that he's behind now. Of George Russell. So he's now into 5th.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
So he is charging through the field. Question is, can he get any higher than... Only got 2 laps to go. Would have been nice if he could have got held up just a little bit longer. Would have been good to see him, you know, finish with less points. Because right now we would get... You get what, 4 points? And we get 8, so that give us 4 more points to him. Then we go into the actual Grand Prix, see what points we can get there. I wouldn't be surprised if he probably got up to 2nd in the actual race. But who knows, that race is going to be crazy. It's going to be a wet to dry race. So we'll see how that goes. But as for the sprint, 1 lap to go.
Final lap of the race. Final lap.
Up the hill one more time. Kind of cooking this lap, or this race in general. I don't think Verstappen is going to get the signs. Here we go. 2 corners to go. Claim our first sprint win of the career mode. Let's go. We'll take it. Take it.
Well done, mate. Well done. That's a great finish. You've really stepped up and achieved what we asked you to do today, so good job.
That'll be some solid points for us. That's 8 more on the board.
Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. Let's have a quick look at how the drivers.
So I'm only 102 behind him now. Working our way up to George Russell. We passed Carlos Sainz with that sprint result.
For what will no doubt be a fantastic
102 points behind Verstappen. We're still so far behind. We're still 4 race wins behind him, points-wise. That's ridiculous. That's how much he's just killing it. But we'll see what we can do. see how we can make our way up in the point standings. Of course, if we win this race...
Well, it is a touch damp, isn't it?
Oh, it's a touch damp, bro. It's raining. So, currently the strategy is to put us on these tires the whole way. I just don't see that being the case. A better launch this time from Hamilton and from Norris with a good launch. I think that side of the grid might just have a good starting spot because Hamilton took off kind of the same way we did in the sprint. So the thought process here, really, that I'm thinking, is this race gonna be a wet race the whole way? Right? Like, is it gonna be a wet race?
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
So, engineers saying rain's gonna end in 5 minutes. Theoretically, that would put us at about lap 5 or 6. It's gonna be about a minute 18 to do a lap here to start, so you can already see there's not much rain on our screen in our view here compared to other times. I mean, even the spray behind us isn't that much. Wow, braking was shit there. So the question is this race gonna stay wet? I'm not gonna overthink it, right? I've done that so many times in rain races, whether it be Gran Turismo or F1. It's wet, it's drying, and I ruin the strategy. I ruin the race. I'm gonna just wait and see. If other cars are pitting, I'm pitting, right? If the engineer says we're pitting for slicks, we're pitting for slicks. But I'm not gonna be the one myself to call it. I just want to do it right here this time, right? And part of that was I can't afford to lose it.
It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
And honestly, this is a track that I gotta win at. It's my best track. I don't really want to throw away a win on that, right? And also, it is just the fact that this is something that we need to score points on. We need to close that gap to Verstappen. Again, he is 4 race wins worth of points ahead. Right? If I was going to overtake him in the standings, he would need to get a DNF 4 times. I would need to win each race and get fastest lap in 3 of the 4 races to overtake him. Because each race is worth 25 points for a win. And he's 102 points ahead. So not only would I need to win 4 races that he DNF, I'm also going to need to get fastest lap. So I'm just going to do what I can do, try to beat him in a situation like this where he's not doing as well in the race, is when I have to come up here and win. If he's going to be in 5th or 6th this race, I need to win it. I need the fastest lap. Because realistically, is Max going to DNF 4 times this season? Probably not. Am I going to DNF more this season? Potentially. We still have Singapore, right? Singapore is still out there. And Japan is just historically a track that I have not won at. It's just something that I struggle at Suzuka. I don't know why. But on the F1 games, when I used to play the 2018 and 2019 on a way lower difficulty than I do now, I would still struggle to win there. My 2019 season, I didn't do a video on it. It was just me playing for fun, off camera. I genuinely struggled throughout that season. I did the full 10 seasons. I won the championships, I think, most times, and I won a race at every single track. But it took me until the 10th season to get the win there. I won Monaco before I won Singapore. I don't know how I won Monaco, but I did. I'm just happy to say I won Monaco once in F1, to be fair. But still, like, Japan I struggled with so much, even in F1 2019 on a much lower difficulty. So here, higher difficulty, cars that I just don't enjoy driving. I really enjoyed the cars in 2018 to 2021 when I played in that time.
Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still definitely on the right tyre for the time being, but we're probably not a million miles away from slick conditions.
So engineers thinking we're going to slicks. Hamilton really pulling up at a terrible, terrible lap. The rain's definitely going away. We don't see it on the screen, which would obviously be our helmet. And even from the tires spray, I mean, looking back at Hamilton right now, the spray coming off our car, off of his car, is not nearly as much. We're definitely a few laps away from slick tires. My main concern is how much has some of these runoff areas, which I will admit I do take some liberties with track limits, and this game doesn't seem to punish you here that hard. Of course, Austria seems like every year it's a track that we talk about track limits a lot, pushing past the lines. It just kind of invites you to, and the game doesn't punish you for it. My concern is a corner like this, right? Because I'm just going to push wide, go up here. Now it gave me a track limit that time, because I guess it was super obvious. But something like that. Is that area going to be dry, right? Or am I going to go up there and crash? And you think about up here, right? If I go, boom, over this line, I'm on the Aramco paint now. Is that area going to be dry? Or am I spinning into a barrier, right? Am I dead at the top of that hill? DRS is enabled. Okay.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
That is the first step towards a drying track with the DRS enabled.
Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go check your MFD. Understood. Copy that.
You want to go to mediums? I don't want mediums. I want softs. Give me softs.
Max is in the pits. Max
We're going
in the
one more
pits.
lap because I didn't really realize until just then, but you can see we're definitely struggling. That front tire is getting heated up.
about time to come and change these tyres. Okay, we can't take you right now. Hit next lap. Next lap. Understood. Stopping this lap.
Alright, how much time are we going to lose by missing the pits? Because we definitely missed the pits. Granted, it's okay, and we actually get to put ourselves on the tire that we want to be on. But how much time did I really lose with that error? And granted, I was looking through the thing, I didn't expect to tell me to fit that lap. I thought it was going to be this lap. And all of a sudden it said, check the MFD for a strategy, and then, well, we're cooked.
Okay, go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Alright. Hamilton coming around now. Down the straight.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty.
Hamilton did not catch us. He definitely came close, though. He's right here. One more lap, that would have been a disaster. Alright, we're going to need to get our fastest lap back. Piastri got it. We are on softs compared to everybody else who's on mediums. We did have a fastest sector, the middle sector there. This won't be the fastest lap though, because of course we did come out of the pits, so we're already on a 120 coming around this corner. Our best lap's a 114. ERS here. Hamilton's gonna have the fastest lap. See, I wouldn't have been against him passing us going into that corner because we could have got DRS down the straight. But we do not have that, so here we go. Beautiful turn in. Looking good in our quest for the fastest lap here. A little more ERS there. All right, turn it off. Get into that curve right along the line, right along there. Boom, give me fast.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.1 seconds.
Once we got cooking there, flying around the track for that lap. Left Hamilton behind a little bit. This is good. I feel like we're in a solid spot on this lap. Braking. Turn in for this corner. Lovely, lovely section here. Look at this. What a race this has turned out to be. Alright, so just a few laps to go. And really just trying to hold our position at this point. Verstappen is in 5th, but I hate to see the Norris and Sainz continue to battle. All it's doing is bringing Verstappen closer. Alright, he had 2 seconds behind them, but now as they battle, he's just gonna kind of close in, and he's gonna have DRS. It's gonna be difficult, but hopefully he gets in a little bit of a battle with them. Maybe some of the cars behind catch him, because we've been in a good spot this whole time, right? To try and score decent points over him. And if he got a podium last second, that'd be a bit disappointing, because he's kind of been running 5th and 6th the whole time. If he jumped up to 3rd, Again, either way, we're winning this race. We're holding fast lap, because again, right after pit stops is typically when that's available to be taken. So I think we're good there. I think we're in a spot where that's not so much of a problem. So I think we'll lock that down. Again, we're going to get points over Verstappen, no matter where you finish. But we can get a bigger amount of points if he, you know, doesn't get a podium. All right, damn it, he's past Sainz. Sainz and Verstappen are battling. Hopefully with them battling it out, Lando can pull away a little bit. At least try to keep Verstappen from 3rd. Again, we're thinking big picture with points here. It's really weird having to battle my favorite driver and think of things that I would never actually say. Right? Like, I want Max to be in the front every race that I watch of F1. That's very weird to be like, no, he's got to not, score the least amount of points possible. It's very strange. Of course, he had that in Canada in the last episode. I'm like, hopefully Hamilton passes Verstappen. Like, it was just so weird, because obviously it's not what I would normally say or want to have happen, right? Especially those two have always been battling for the last few years as rivals. Of course, 2023 not so much, or 22, but 2019, 2020, 21, like, they race each other for some wins there, especially 21, but it's not something I've ever said, so it's kind of interesting. But three laps to go. Again, Verstappen in 4th. Maybe Sainz can get some DRS here. Pass him back. Lando definitely lost a little bit that lap. Alright. 2 to go. We can lock in another W. Just about 2.5 minutes. We will see the updated scores, updated standings. Surely I will take second in the standings. George Russell's driver overtaking that. I believe I'm like 1 point ahead of Sainz in the standings, so build my gap over those guys, just overtake everybody I need to, really set my sights on Verstappen. That's been the goal, obviously, since the start of the season, is to beat Verstappen. We really had to get through some of those struggle races, and it feels like 2 separate seasons, right? We struggled with some of those tracks early, and then to go in here and be a minute 9 seconds from getting 3 in a row and really bringing ourselves back into this fight for the championship. Verstappen is ahead, but we have a shot to beat him. It's still not over.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
We got Britain coming up, we got Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, all tracks to feel confident at. We got Qatar, Las Vegas, Texas, Brazil, Abu Dhabi, Mexico. All of those tracks are ones that I feel like we can go to, get wins, get podiums. We are not out of this thing at all. We are in the fight to win this championship. We're going to come across the line here, secure our 3rd consecutive win, our 3rd win of the season, get the fastest lap points. Verstappen's going to have to settle for 4th.
Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic, amazing, you deserve that race win.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. We're in this thing.
Team effort then Red Bull put up
We are in this fight. We have a shot at this championship.
This result then narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. So let's review the driver's standings.
See, we got 34
Some
points.
amazing
Verstappen only got
talents out on the
16
track today, but
over that
Anthony,
weekend.
Who would you pick as your driver of the
88
day?
points.
Let's move on to the constructors. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action, but with more
34 points to 16. That is good. That's where we want to be. That's a good gap. Again, I said I want to be about 90, 95 points behind. Look at that.
We've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
A lot of our development came in. Lovely. All right. I believe we're, what, 88 behind Verstappen? Let's close this gap down. Come on. The issue is, as we continue to develop the car, it puts Verstappen in a good spot as well. But yeah, look at that. Verstappen won Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Miami, and Imola, with a 3rd in Azerbaijan. But Monaco, Spain, Canada, and Austria have not then wins for him. And we've won 3 of those races. So, Yuki Tsunoda got the win in Monaco. He's got 29 points, and he got 25 from that. That's beautiful. So, we're going to have Hungary and Belgium, and then Netherlands and Italy. Huh. All right, so those are both episodes I've got to go out and win. All right. I mean, here at the British Grand Prix, we're going to have to go out and get some... we're going to have to win this race, too. This is a track, like... I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of racing it, but... it is one that I do decent at. Again, I'm not like... wow, British Grand Prix, I can't wait to race it. It's definitely not, like, high on my list of tracks to go to, but it is one that, as tracks go, I think is a winnable one for us, and I think it's a, you know, it's a more traditional track, which we tend to do good at. Again, I think the only one of, like, a traditional racetrack we don't do good at in this game is really Imola and Suzuka. But the rest of them, I feel like that's in that group. When I say tracks I can win at, it is typically your traditional racetrack. We're not on some street layout thing. We're not on anything like that. I think we've gotten all the points we can get out of this, haven't we? So yeah, again, when I go through those tracks, like, they're all the ones I struggle at are tracks that are not traditional tracks or street circuits. And the tracks that I do get at are regular racetracks. So again, the only outlier in that is Imola, Suzuka, and then Las Vegas is on the opposite end of that. Miami's close to that as well. But 23 tracks and 4 of them are outliers from that scenario. That's not bad. So I kind of know when I'm going into a race weekend how we're going to perform. But it's making those happen, right? I can say I'm good at these traditional tracks. Some might not go our way, or they may go our way. I mean, looking at Imola, yeah, that's a track that you can say is a track I'm not great at, but we did get 3rd. So that did give us a podium. So I think that not always accurate. I mean, we could have went to Red Bull Ring and absolutely got destroyed. I mean, Canada was a track we were confident in, but it didn't really necessarily go our way until the very end of that thing. You know, best we could do was qualify 8th. So it took Charles Leclerc getting that engine failure, whatever he had, to really give us the lead. We didn't lead until those last 4 laps. We were close. I was charged, and I was probably going to get DRS on him that lap, but I mean, you never know. Alright, here we go. DRS down the straight here. Whoa! Very close to crashing with Magnussen. Oh my god. Damn. Oh, what an awful spot to catch him. Somehow I gained a little bit of time there, but what a terrible spot to catch whoever that was. Alpine. Was it Ocon, I think? Oh no, Ocon and Gasly was the same person. Both uninterested French people.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
1 lap of fuel. Really cooking through that section though. Alright, brilliant through here. What a lap that was. Definitely was a better lap for us. Theoretical best is a 202.2, so I'm going to say we retire from the session.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who'll be fronting the grid.
Wow, we cooked. We cooked. That's good. That is good. See what we can do here. I believe it's 13 lap race. It's one of those longer tracks, so tends to have a little shorter race. Belgium is the shortest one. I believe it's only 11 laps. But I think this is 13.
You join us. It's time.
Well, I imagine they'll be starting.
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching, so let's go and put on a good show for them.
I mean, technically the last race was the home race. Verstappen, down the order. Where's he at? 12th. Must have had another penalty. Good to see. That's helping us. It's interesting, like some teams, between teams and drivers, they have a lot of races that matter for them to win at. Obviously, most of the teams are based in Britain. I think the only ones that aren't is Sauber and Ferrari and Haas. Those are the only ones that don't have like a base there. Okay, that was not expected. Just straight up past that George Russell there. But it is funny that the game says this is the home race, even though, I mean, yes, the team is based in the UK, but like they're an Austrian team. Red Bull's an Austrian company. It's just kind of weird that it says this is the home race. You'd think that they would say that for the Austrian Grand Prix. But it is interesting when you think of tracks like 4 teams that matter for them to go to win, like whether it's a home race for their driver or so Red Bull, they have 2 team home races. They have Red Bull Ring, which is Austria, and the British Grand Prix because their team is based in Britain. And you have the Dutch Grand Prix for Max and the Mexican Grand Prix for Checo. So they have 4 races on the calendar that in some way have some significance for the team to win at, in that sense. And then you have some that only have 1. Right? You think of Mercedes. They're based in UK. They don't have. There's not a German race, and both their drivers are British. So this is like their 1 race. So it's kind of interesting.
We're critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short. We don't need to risk a DNF chasing records. So let's think about starting to conserve fuel, maybe lifting early into the corners.
I'm running low on fuel? What? How did that happen? Well, that's something to keep an eye on. I miss when in the games you could switch between your fuel modes. That was fun. We're not at a bad spot. I can really kind of coast some of these corners, and then coasting there almost put us back where we need to be. So we're not in a terrible spot. I think fuel saving is something that I'm solid at in games. I don't really get to do it as much as I would like to do. I mean, I used to do it a decent amount in some of the NASCAR games when I would play that, but and I had a quite big lead over Hamilton. Good to go into fuel save mode. And that kind of hurt us with that gap. No, it's just the gearbox has an issue. Or it's not got an issue. It's getting worn. I was like, what is wrong with my engine? But it just goes yellow when the gearbox is at 60% worn. Makes sense. They've used it from Monaco to here, so probably getting kind of worn out. all of our engine components are from Monaco. I went and switched the parts out before doing that race. Of course, take the penalty there. Might as well have fresher parts for later in the season. The issue is I can't really do anything fuel save wise because Hamilton's right here. Again, through some of these corners, we really save a decent amount. Not the corner that I want to go side by side with this. Alright. We're just going to push hard this lap or two. So I'm going to have to probably hit the next lap. What a move to the inside there. Bruh. There's no way.
In this lap, push now. Gap to your teammate behind is 5.8 seconds.
Leclerc's got an issue with his car again. That's ridiculous. So the thing is, being ahead of Hamilton at pit stops, being ahead of Russell. Russell is last, but he did pit on lap 1. We made some contact with him that must have broke his front wing. Fuel-wise, I'm confident that when we pit, we'll gain a little bit of fuel back because we'll be going down the pits kind of slow. I don't know why it's an issue this time. I put it at 13.1. Wasn't an issue when I put it at 18.1 Red Bull. So I'm not really sure why it's an issue here. Close that menu for now.
On the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
So see, we're gaining back some of that fuel here by going super slow down with
Let's
this.
get some heat into those tyres.
So just try to keep that thing in the green as long as we possibly can.
Max is coming in for his stop.
Hamilton's just flying this race. It's going to be a real problem towards the end of the British Grand Prix here. especially since we're on this fuel save stupid shit.
The Ferrari drivers just moved into first place.
George Russell got the fastest lap. This is a difficult race.
That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Alright, we had to send it to get him back there. Alright, cool. He fell back a little bit in that section. I'm just gonna push this lap. Whoa! What happened?
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I don't even know, like, I just slightly made contact with him, I think.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tire at the moment.
Alright, it's not gonna rain. What a battle we had with Hamilton going, too. Something happened to Russell, it looks like. He fell back. Verstappen was going to be in 6th. Right now he's currently 4th. I wouldn't be surprised if he worked his way up into 3rd. Alright, there's only going to be 2 laps to go after this. Verstappen in third. We don't have fastest lap, but fuel looking good.
2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Race looking good for us. We're looking for race win number 4 in a row. This is going to put us in a good position. 1 lap from now. Continue our quest through the points. Up the standings, trying to catch Verstappen. Again, any spot that's ahead of Verstappen is a win. Getting first with him getting third would give me even more points.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
It hasn't been our quickest race. We kind of had to manage fuel the whole time. Battling Lewis Hamilton the whole time as well. Somehow we had some contact that did spin him. Verstappen is there trying to close in on Norris. We don't have the biggest lead in this race. 1 little slip up. And Norris could be here. Use the energy down the straight. Come on. Come on.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Verstappen is right behind us. He's got by Lando. He's closing in on us. Here we go. Cross the line and win the British Grand Prix. Red Bull 1-2 in the end.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
We were not fast that race. That was a difficult one.
Magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull.
Whatever happened with us not having the fuel
Drivers are en route to the podium as
really, really hurt us that race. I don't know what that was about.
So let's review the updated driver standings. Well, not the result our points leader would have wanted.
Verstappen got the
makes things interesting going forward. Well, after an
fast
incredible
lap
day of
too.
racing, who
Shit.
was your driver of the day, Ant? Let's move on to the constructors. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend for them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One.
We're 82 behind Verstappen. not what we wanted necessarily, with the fact that he came second with fastest lap.
Well, we both knew that if you continued to fall short of the team's expectations, you were at risk of losing your seat. So now it's happened.
What?
As of today, the team has concluded that your professional relationship is at an impasse and that they are declining to renew your contract. Or to put it more bluntly, they fired you. Luckily for you, I saw this coming a mile off, and I've been negotiating a fallback on your behalf. Talks have gone well, and to cut a long story short, you have an option on an open seat on a different team. And since it's either this or giving up on a career in Formula One, you'll note that I've already gone ahead and drawn up the paperwork.
Bruh. What? Oh my god. Bruh. What the fuck? You gotta be kidding me, dude. I don't understand, dude. Oh my god. I won 4 in a row. I mean, the beginning, yeah, that was shit, but I won. Bruh. Oh my god. That's obnoxious, dude. Second in standings, 4 in a row, killing it. And I get kicked out of the team. Now you put me on Williams. Alright. I just can't have a career mode where I play Red Bull, can I? It's just not possible, it seems like. Like, we did the career mode with WAN, we did that. I couldn't get signed to Red Bull after winning the championship. And now, I mean, I've absolutely had a comeback the last 2 episodes. We were rolling. Not only that, we got 6 podiums, 4 wins. We had the second most wins this season. And you get kicked out. It's also whack because we put a lot of resources into getting that Red Bull going. Trying to keep that at the top of the standings, so. Boy. This thing is now. That's so frustrating, dude. I'm genuinely annoyed. Like, it just sucks. We turned a corner here in this series, right? I'm be honest, not feeling this series. I really wasn't. Right? I mean, we did what, 4 episodes, complete struggle. Last 2, we come out here, we're killing it. Oh, you're on a different team now. Come on, dude. I just hate the mid-season switch. It's so stupid. Like, bruh. I'm second, catching Verstappen. I mean, Red Bull pulling away in constructors. We're killing it in that. I don't even know what to say, dude. Who are they even gonna put in Red Bull? I don't give a fuck about this team. I'm
Thanks
not
for
doing
dealing
a
with them.
social media
The department appreciates it.
fuckery. I don't know who they put in Red Bull, to be honest.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
I don't give a shit about the new parts, dude. This team sucks. It's fucking stupid. Either way, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be back next episode to... I'm still going to continue with the quest to beat Verstappen. I don't know how that's going to work now. I mean, we're definitely in a worse scenario. I've made the Red Bull a very dominant car, and now I'm in a shitbox. Fucking hate driving for Williams, dude. My god. So fucking dumb. Whatever. We'll see you guys in the next one.